Looks like it's going live, and it looks like it's live. Really good. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kevtech here, bringing another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Saturday, and today we're doing mock interviews. So that's just why I'm dressed this way. It's because it's a mock interviews. So you already know how it goes. If you guys are ready for this, it should be very fun. It should be interesting. Obviously, if you're new to my channel, I do IT videos, the desktop support videos, so about how to get into IT and stuff like that. So let me move this over here. Let me get ready for this. I got my water. I got my coffee. I got my headset. So it should be good. Fun. It should be really, really fun. I'm hyped about this. I've been actually out of the whole week, this has been like the one thing I've been waiting for the whole week, because I'm like, it's gonna be fun. It's doing mock interviews and nail these interviews. You know, I want my guys, the new guys, to actually land the job in IT. So hopefully this helps them out. You know, so let's wait. Let's wait till everyone comes in here. It should be interesting. Give it a second. This is gonna be fun. So I'm gonna send the link shortly. Just bear with me. Okay. Let me open up my Discord. And we are going to open up my Discord. And if you want, if you don't want to join, if you want to join the meeting, you can, but you're going to be asked interview questions, and it's recorded. Obviously, if you're not for interviews and you just want to watch, you could watch as well. You know, it's totally up to you. So, just let me know. All right. So people should be able to come in right now. We got a bunch of people coming in right now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Kevin.
How's it going?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Edwin. Who is Edwin? Hey, Edwin.
Hi, Kevtech.
Hey, what's up, man? All right. So let's give it a second. Everyone. Hey, FaZe. FaZe, what's up, FaZe? Congratulations on your job, by the way. Hey, Meg. Hey, Megan. Hey.
Congratulations on 10K, Kevin.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, congratulations.
David Smith is in chat. Everyone else is in chat. All right, we got James here. Obviously, if you're not talking or anything, just keep your mic muted. Unless you want to talk, that's fine with me. Let's wait for more people to join.
Congrats.
What's up, man? How you doing, James?
Doing well by yourself, man.
Good, man. It's Friday. I can't complain. It's Friday in my world. Can't complain. In Kevin world, it's Friday. Friday was not Friday for me because I'm always doing something. So.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing, man?
Can you hear me okay, the guys out there?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep, we hear you loud and clear.
good. I got this new computer set up, so I'm kind of like this.
Oh, you got a new computer?
Yeah.
That's why you look clearer.
What's the specs on it?
That's an M720Q, the Lenovo. It's an old one they had at work, so I thought I'd throw it on here at home and see what it does. And so far, it's doing okay. It's holding up.
What's the memory?
8 gigs. I got
8
gigs.
gigs?
I'll get more memory somewhere. I'll look around the office. I'll dig some up out of the old computer somewhere. I'll get it. I'll find it.
Yep.
I'll find it.
All right, good.
It's all testing purposes right now. So
Got
I'm
it.
in my testing stages. I don't want to go full bore yet. But it looks like I can have Discord up now and a Zoom, and my fans are not going nuts, so it's all nice and quiet. So this is kind of handling the load a little bit better, which so far is okay.
Yeah, I see someone is driving to the airport. I don't know what that is. I don't know where they're driving. It's like a retail store, I think.
It's a car wash.
Car wash? Oh, car wash. Yeah, I see it.
Car wash.
Car wash. In the car wash. Okay. You see the picture? It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just waiting for more people to join. Just bear with me. I think Steven has a laptop. I think someone was asking in chat. It's a laptop. So anyone else that wants to be part of the interview, let me know. I think we have a few people here actually now. So yeah, so some of these questions, they're gonna be kind of hard to answer. So obviously answer to your best of your ability. I'm not gonna scream and yell at you, obviously. There's a good answer, there's a right answer, there's a wrong answer, but we'll figure it out together, and then we'll figure out what the right answer will be or what you should say if you go on a job interview, if that makes sense. So, and some of these questions I ask are questions that you probably have never seen before, or you probably have seen before. Just like questions that are really weird. The weird questions. They're more like to see how you think, if that makes sense. There's more to see like what's your analytical thinking. The questions also is more to see how your personality is as a person, because usually what happens is when you go on a job interview, go to any job interview, they ask you all these interview questions because they want to see if you fit well with the company. So they ask you all these quite crazy questions or these technical questions because they want to see if you fit well with the company or if you're able to handle that company, like the work that they're going to give you and stuff like that. So they ask you all these questions because they want to see if you fit well with them, like if you fit well with them and if they fit well with you, So that's why they ask all these questions. Some questions might be technical, some may not. Some may just be personality questions because they want to hire someone that fits well with the team. They don't want to just hire a random person that their personality is really bad. They have a crappy personality, and then they hire the person, and that person goes to a job interview or goes to the actual job itself, and then they're a bad person or they give out bad vibes once they get fully hired. So they want to hire someone. You want to hire someone that is actually like a team player, if that makes sense. So that's why they ask you all these weird questions sometimes. A lot of these companies, they want to make sure that they're hiring the right person. They're not just hiring someone just to hire them, because they waste time, they waste money, they waste energy, everything, to hire someone. So they want to make sure they have the perfect candidate for that job. So.
Or you can go for an interview and lie your butt off and then get the job, and then you can be a real idiot kind of like employee, and it'll make it harder for them to fire you. There's a lot of ways people go about this. There's just not one set way. And Hafa looks like she took a shower today for us too. She got her hair straightened out and she got a nice little top on.
She doesn't have a number 2 though on her head. So.
Yeah, I know, she's so Hafa.
So done with all of you.
Yeah, so
you look very nice today with the hair straight like that. It's a different look for you. Your hair actually looks
Thank you.
that.
I was gonna say that's not very good advice coming from a number 1 for.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm actually waiting. I think we're good right now. I think we have everyone. I think that's everyone.
So who's going to be on the?
Like 6 people or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Against James, Megan.
Okay.
Megan, are you part of the interview? No, you're shaking your head. You don't want to do it.
We're gonna have one person.
Just James.
Wait,
I'll do it with him.
I pre-scheduled for next Saturday.
Not fair.
You're trying to avoid it? You're trying to avoid it?
Well, I'm trying.
Okay, so who's interviewing? Is it James? Who else? Who is I see Tyrone is here. Are you interviewing? Edwin?
Not really. I'm here to like, but
people are scared to interview.
But okay.
Who's interviewing? Anyone else? Is it just James today?
Damn. All right. Hey guys. See you later.
James just walks away.
I thought you had like 7 people.
Yeah, I had a bunch of people. I don't know. People don't want to show up for some. People don't want to do the interview. They get scared when they do the interviews for some reason.
No one's gonna judge you guys. Don't worry.
Don't worry. I don't bite. I'll just chop off your hand. Don't worry. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just pull out the sword.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see. All right, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 people that were supposed to be in this, and only one person's here out of the 5.
Oh, all right.
Oh well, man. I guess James got this.
Yeah.
He's the MVP of today. Here we go.
Put me in,
got
coach.
This. Hey, you got this. All right. You guys, Steven, you have any questions lined up for today? Soft skill questions.
I've been studying on the soft skills stuff. I mean, I'm terrible with soft skills, by the way. I'm just terrible. But I have some in my mind.
Not too many because I don't want to kill it. I don't want to bore everyone to death. So let's not do too many questions today. Kevin, do you have any questions? Kevin Diaz?
For sure.
Okay, cool. Afa? I don't know what Afa's doing.
If a number 2 always has some questions floating around her head, good or bad.
Okay. Can anyone else join the interview? Yes, you can. If you're on my Discord, I just sent the Zoom invite on my Discord. So you gotta be on Discord or in order to see the Zoom invite. I don't send it on chat for this one because I don't want a bunch of people randomly joining, if that makes sense. So that's why. To answer that question. I'm interviewing this sandwich. All right, cool. Good luck with that. All right. James, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
You ready for the questions?
The best as I can.
You look ready.
We'll see.
I'm not going to ask you a lot of questions, okay? Just going to ask you some questions. Not too many today.
Gotcha.
All right. Let me open up my 40-page interview questions list. And I'll pick one from here and ask you that.
40 gigabyte.
Yeah. Kev, I got the job yesterday. Congratulations, Cinco. Congratulations, man. Nice. Cinco, good job.
Hey, congrats, man.
Wait, should we be in the Zoom to participate in the giveaway? No, they don't have to be in the Zoom. All right. I'm going to ask the questions. You ready, right? Ready?
Yep.
Question number 1. Why should I not hire you?
The reason why you should not hire me is...
Wasn't expecting that, right?
No, was not expecting that one. Well, that's my ability. So the reason why you should not hire me is because for the lack of trying to help everybody, if that makes sense. So let me go a little bit deeper. Say, for example, I have a lot of tasks to do and someone comes around and asks me for help. I'm always a team player and, I'm willing to help everybody. So if my queue is all filled up with tickets with a lot of priorities and someone comes and asks for help, I would more than likely go and help.
Okay. It's not a bad answer. Yeah, so that's a common that's a common interview question. It's actually asked by job interviewers, by the way. The job interview questions would be why I should not hire you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then instead of saying negative things about you, you say positive things about you, and you turn it around on the interviewer. That's how you answer that question. So basically, you turn it around and you actually tell them why you shouldn't get hired, but in a positive way instead of a negative way. So that's the way you answered it was good. It's a tricky question. It's to actually throw you off, so then you don't know what to say. So I'll have Steven go with his question. Ready, Steven?
Yes. Okay, so let's go question. That's a good one. Hold on, I'm thinking. Hey, but you go next. Hold on, I gotta think of one here.
You guys don't have a question? Let me know. I have another one.
Okay. Hey, but are you good? Go ahead, go.
I don't have any questions, actually. I just want to say I really like that answer, though.
Yep. Kevin? Soft skill questions.
Well, we got to go with the one that we always ask because it's a very important one. Tell me about yourself.
Yeah, James, tell me about yourself.
I've worked in customer service for a little bit over 4 years across different industries. At my previous job, I worked as a student services coordinator assistant, which I helped the coordinators distribute mail to prospective students and distribute information about our programs. Before that, I worked at Costco, and I worked at my local golf course. There, it helped develop my customer service skills, time management, and my soft skills as well, dealing with people face to face almost every day. And then going into the future, looking for help desk opportunities to help me build the foundation of my IT skills, which I think is a focal point for anybody getting into IT. And I really like what Kevtech is doing here at Company C. And this is what brings me here for this possible opportunity.
I like that. I like that answer. Because you have no job experience, so you basically answer the question using your previous job experience. But if you're going to like an actual job interview, you wanna talk about the technologies that you're using,
Gotcha.
and you want to talk about the platforms that you're part of, and you also want to talk about not the platforms you're part of, what technology you're using, and also saying what you're currently working on, if that makes sense. You don't say you have a lab environment, but you say something like along those lines, if that makes sense. So the answer for that would be for someone that's brand new. I think Haifa has it. Can you go ahead and answer it, Ava? You have a paper for that to answer that. If someone were to ask you that question, you have no job experience at all. She's just gonna tell you what you should say. I'll let her talk.
So this was my answer. I haven't said it in so long, so I'm gonna read it out because I obviously don't remember it anymore. But my answer was, I started my journey in IT at the beginning of this year. My first steps were to take life skill training classes where I learned how to manage users and set group policies, among other tasks in Active Directory. I also learned how to troubleshoot and manage Office 365 along with other level 1 skills. After I completed my live training, I continued and still continue learning through testout.com, webinars, practice labs, and many different professional communities such as Women in Tech, Spiceworks, JSS, Kevtech. I was going to say Kevtech IT Essentials. Mixing both of these guys up. I'm an active contributing member in all of these communities. So, the point is, like, you want to mention things, like you want to mention words like, even if you don't, because when I wrote this, I didn't have any experience. And I didn't bring up the internship either. But I did mention like the technologies that I'm expected to know. And I like said them like briefly, and like also briefly like group policy, Active Directory, like user management, Office 365. Do you know what I mean? Like you're mentioning like the really important stuff.
Like this would be my answer to that, is it as if I was you. Hi, my name is James. A little bit about me. I'm actually participating in an internship called DMV Solutions. And in that job, I install Active Directory Server 2016. I also create user accounts. I also troubleshoot tickets. I deal with Office 365. Also, on top of that, I also have my own lab at home. I follow social platforms like CompTIA A+, CCNA, Cisco. I follow other platforms like JobSkillShare, Spiceworks, yada yada yada. So you wanna basically talk about your current experiences. You're doing internship right now, so you want to talk about that. So you talk about the internship, what you're doing in that internship, and what technologies you're using, and also throw that in there on the job, the interviewer, and they're like, oh snap, this person actually is working or doing something, even though they don't have a job, but they're actually doing an internship and they're actually talking about Active Directory. They're talking about 365. They're talking about Spiceworks. They're talking about a ticketing system. They're talking about their experience. So you wanna I guess like spice up the conversation, with those things, and then the managers are like, oh my god, he knows about this, he knows about that, so for you could do that because you're doing the internship, so you could do that. You could actually get away with saying that. So
Gotcha.
That's how I would answer if I was you. I go based on the experience you have of that internship that you're doing right now, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just going to throw this in there. You also want to make sure that it's like elevator pitch short. You don't want to make it like too long and bore people.
Yep. Yeah. Don't make it too long. You don't want to bore them to death.
You want to like hook them on. Also, you want to leave stuff to talk about for later. Like you don't want to give them all your cards.
Let them
then-
No,
ask.
that's
Let
it.
them ask me.
Yeah, on that same note, don't forget they are staring directly at your resume too. So a lot of the information they already have. So.
Okay.
Yep. You guys want me to ask another question, or Steven, you can ask a
I'm
question?
ready now.
Okay, you're ready.
I'm ready.
You go ahead. You go
I
ahead.
thought I get one. All right, James, we have a lot of VIPs here, and along with a lot of just typical users. How would you approach both of them if there's some kind of situation came up? Like, how would you how would you engage both a VIP or a user? If you had to face them both, like, how would you take care of them, or how would you approach them in our company?
VIP and the user, correct?
Yes.
Okay. My answer is I would treat them the same. Treat them the same with respect, both. Treat everybody the same way. With VIP, CEO, CTO, CFO, doesn't matter. Treat everybody with respect, treat everybody the same.
Like that.
Okay. I like that answer. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem.
I guess I ask a question unless Haifa has a question. No questions from you? Okay. Okie dokie. All right, I'm gonna go again now. Yes, and then I'll spin it around again. Let's see. This is a weird question. You're walking to your desk and someone needs help with their computer. Do you tell them to make a ticket first, or do you help them with the issue?
Can you repeat that one more time, please?
So you're going to your desk. So you have the job. You're going to your desk. As you're walking to your desk, someone grabs you because they have an IT issue. So do you tell them to make a ticket first, or do you resolve the issue right on the spot?
Well, depending, let's say without the factors being factored in, I have a queue full of tickets. So I would ask that user or person coming up to me to not only just briefly talk to me about what their problem is. Depending on that, regardless of what it is, I would say, please make a ticket. So that way it's in the queue, it's in the ticketing system, and then we can address that, because I don't know what my queue would look like. Let's say I have a bunch of high priority tickets that I need to complete by today, for example. So I would ask that that person, like, please let me know what your problem is. Listen, okay, please make a ticket. So I will go ahead and get back to that as soon as I can.
Got it. So you wouldn't go straight to helping them. You would just go back to the queue and tell them to make a ticket.
Yes, because again, I don't know what my queue looks like. What if that person says, hey, you know what? What if it turns out to be a big problem and it's very time consuming? I don't know. So I'd have to, please, sir, miss, would you please make a ticket? I will address that as soon as I can.
Got it. Okay. So that's a tough question because it's hypothetical. So you don't know what your queue is. You don't know what's going on in your job. So that's a tough question to answer. Some people would say yes and go straight to fixing the issue, but then you don't know if you have a queue. You don't know what's going on in your job. So it could vary. The answer could vary from ticket to ticket, from person to person. In my environment, I go and help the user right away, and then I make the ticket for them later on. That's usually what I do. But every company is different. But your answer is good. I like your answer because it depends on the environment you're working, and it depends if you have a queue. So what do you have, like 100 tickets in the queue? Are you gonna stop immediately and then help the person? Tell them to make a ticket, and then you could resolve that in the queue as well. So that's a 50-50 kind of questions and answers. It's kind of hard to answer that question. So, all right. I like your answer though.
Thanks.
Steven?
Another one. Yes. Can you, James, can you tell me about the time when you had to work with someone you weren't compatible with?
Yes. One time where I had a colleague where we weren't compatible. I would not do it in work, but I would, address them, to the side, or, if it's at lunch or whatever, just to work out some things. Like, hey, I know we don't see eye to eye in a lot of things, or we don't like each other, whatever the case may be. But at least, I could put in my part, be like, hey, you know what? We don't like each other, but at least we can work together for the company's mission or the goals.
All right. Thank you.
Ava? No questions for me today? Ava?
No, I have questions. I have a headache, so I'm trying to remember them.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay, Kevin.
So you have a difficult customer. Your coworkers have warned you about this person. You know, they're always angry. They always have something wrong. And the last person that was in contact with them couldn't help them with the problem. How do you handle it and make sure that it doesn't, you know, that it doesn't get out of hand? And how do you calm the customer down, basically?
I would approach this would be, let's say this customer has been bounced around between departments, and he or she is like, hey, been bounced around. You're going to help me with my problem. So what I would do in this situation is I would apologize for being bounced around. And, if may be, I might ask them about their day and how can I help resolve the problem? So what I would do is position them like, hey, I'm sorry about this, Miss Jones or Mr. Jones. I apologize for you being bounced around. I would get down to the bottom of what's going on. Here's my contact information. And at the same time, let's say they are screaming and whatever the case may be, somewhere in that job, where you check the job offer, somewhere in there, it's invisible. It says you need to be a part-time therapist in a good way. So you have to let them vent, because most of the time they're mad at the problem, not necessarily you. Most of the time, right? So you let them vent, let it get it out. Say, I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm going to position you where we're going to get those answers done today. And I'll give them my contact information. If anything goes wrong or I get called away from the problem, they have my information so they can stop being bounced around. That's how I resolve that issue.
Good. I like that.
Nice. Good. Very good. Molto bene. Good job. All right. Go to the next question. I'm going to go to my question now. Let's see. So it's 8 a.m. and your first call is a user cannot log into a trading software application at 8 a.m. The CEO pings you at the same time on Skype, and he says that his email on his iPhone is not working. Which person will you help first?
You said the user at 8 a.m.
It's 8 a.m. You just logged into your computer. You're about to start work. Someone calls you and says that their trading software application is not working. So it's called Bloomberg Terminal. It's actually a trading application to make money for the company.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time, the CEO emails or pings you. Like he pings you on Skype. Skype for Business, and
Yes,
he tells you that his iPhone is not working. His company email on his iPhone is not working. So, which person would you help first? And tell me why.
Okay. So going back to that question, or tying in from that question, how do you treat everybody? So I would treat everybody the same. So in this case, so the application doesn't work for the user, and at the same time, the email pings me about his email is not working, correct?
Yeah, on his phone, on his iPhone. Yeah, it's just his iPhone. He's having issues with email on his iPhone.
Let's see. Well, I would go ahead and it's a good question. Let's see. Well, how I go about it, I would address, assuming that the user already called me first. So I would go and help the user, and then I would try to see if I can call the CEO. I was like, hey, client called, I'm helping them out with this. You mind being on standby? Or I would ask anybody on the help desk that is available to please, if they can, resolve this issue with the CEO as I help the user with their application.
Got it. So you would help the user with the trading application first, and then you help the CEO afterwards.
Correct.
Why would you not help the CEO first? I'm just asking you another question on top of that question.
Well, again, assuming that the user already called me first. So I was like, okay, well, let me respond to this. I mean, it's the same time the CEO already pinged me. So it's like, okay, well, let me start this with the user about their application. The reason why I want to help the CEO first is because, again, I treat everybody the same. So other than that, if I can't get to the CEO, I would go ahead and call anybody on my team to see if they are available to address or help the CEO with their email.
Got it.
So I like the answer, but there's one point that you said, because they emailed first. But reality, think about it. This application, as Kevin said, is trading stuff that actually makes the company money. This is what the company does, right? So you don't, the CEO's email on their phone, they could probably access it on their computer or something. It's not an urgent thing. So you would want to prioritize the more urgent thing, was actually making the company, money, versus something that can wait until later. Like, it's not an emergency with the CEO.
Yeah.
So yes, treat everybody with respect, but also you have to prioritize the problem itself as well.
Yeah. So just because someone has their name CEO or VP or whatever, and there's an issue that is affecting the company as a whole with money, you would actually take care of that first. You don't take care of the CEO. Like, the CEO would he won't even say anything. He's just like, okay, whatever, that's fine. Like, my email, my phone's not working. Did you help that user out? Why are we losing money? So there's no like, oh, because he emailed me first or he called me first. It's because of priority. So because they're using a software application that makes money for the company, you have to go after that first, and then the CEO won't get mad at you. He's like, okay, all right, that's fine. My phone wasn't working. No big deal. I could still use my computer. I can still use my laptop. I can still use my tablet. They're not going to get mad at you. So, so that's a tricky question, by the way. That question is to actually mess you up. That's why I asked you that question.
Yeah.
So.
That detail that you told me about, this application makes the company money, it just went over my head.
Yep, no worries. No, but you still gave a good answer, even though you said first or second. You still give some sort of good answer. So, Ava.
James, what company culture do you see yourself thriving in?
The company culture that I see myself thriving in is a company where they give back to their employees. Not only that, but have the freedom to think about outside the box and bring up new ideas, even though people who's been at the company for X amount of years, to treat everybody fairly and have job opportunities for those who internally, for them to have a fair shot at a next job.
Hey, Flash, you like that answer, or?
I always forget that we're supposed to say that. Yes, that was a very good answer.
Okay. Steven?
All right, James. Can you tell me about the time when things didn't go according to plan, and how did you cope with that?
Time where things didn't go to plan. Prime example would be my capstone project when I was in college. They had a technology issue during a presentation, and my teammates didn't go well, or they didn't sync in with going with the projector. So I had not only the chairman of the school, of my university there, I had former professors that I had were there. My sponsors that are sponsoring our project are there. So even though that they had technological issues, and they weren't syncing in with what I'm pitching to everybody else in the room, what I did was remembering that pretty much to keep going, and until the projector wasn't working, they didn't sync in with the slides, I still gave my speech, still gave my pitch to everybody else in the room, and tried to slow it down for my teammate to keep, or to catch up with me. So I would look around, even though if I was done and he didn't catch up, I would still ask, hey, how's everybody's day? How are you guys doing? Thank you for attending, until everything got synced up again.
Very nice. I mean, that is question all that thing all has to do with adaptability and how you can roll with the punches, and you kind of like did all that and kept everything going smooth, even though things were maybe in the background were not going as smooth. So you definitely did a good job there. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Good job, man. Donish, you have any questions? Hey, Donish, welcome, Donish.
Hey, hey everyone. Oh no, I mean, he's doing great. You guys are asking some great questions. I mean, I have one. I don't know if you guys asked because I just came in. I did hear his tell me about yourself, so I was actually driving at that time. So there's one question I'm actually picking from Discord because a lot of people share those questions. I don't know if you guys asked this, then maybe we can just skip to another person. So name 3 personal characteristics that that makes you suitable for this role? So did anybody ask that question?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead. That's the question.
The three main characteristics about me that makes me suitable for this role is, number one is teamwork. With my sports background, I've been playing sports the majority of my life, from since I could walk all the way, being a team captain, being a team leader, making sure that being the leader for my group, not being the leader that I want to be, but being the leader for what my group needs me to be. Second is being adaptable. Adapt, achieve, overcome. As technology it continues to evolve, we have to evolve with it, adapt with it. And number three would be customer service. Like I mentioned before, I have a little bit of 4 years of customer service across different industries, making sure that our client, our end users are well taken care of, they're respected, and that I can do whatever I can to make sure that their technological issues are resolved.
So I think I like all of these answers. Generically, there are good answers, right? If you didn't have, so now specifically for you now, this may not apply to everybody else. Specifically for you, you're in the internship, which is week 1, right? And
Yes, sir.
think of the amount of time you were actually helping other people in the same, like a few labs I have seen you were working with other people, right? You were helping as a team. So you may want to bring something, little technical example, even if it's a soft skills question, because you were giving that example from a previous job, you should also now add that internship example. But hey, I'm working with my, my core team members, and we do labs together. So that's more.
What the?
He's frozen.
Oh, frozen.
I have a question. Wait, Diaz, were you gonna go?
No.
I'm gonna ask him another.
Now you're
question.
telling a person that, okay, you're putting that in their head again.
What the?
Remember, I'm doing internship.
Danish, you okay over there?
I don't know, something's going on. Is it back?
You're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens. But anyways, that's I think with the tell me about yourself, with this type of question where you can throw something, not to really expand that question too much, but just to keep reminding them that you're doing something more technical now, right? So you had that customer service experience, and now you have this technical experience with you. And that is going to be making you, okay, now what if somebody else is really good at customer service, customer soft skills type of question? Now you got a little edge on that, right?
Gotcha.
So you want to add a little, spices in there.
Like tying in an example, like a prime example with one of those attributes that I listed. So like,
yeah.
Hey, being a great team leader, okay, provide an example. Hey, at company C, I was able to lead, the IT department into this project, and then X, Y, Z. Correct?
Or we were like, 10 interns in one group, and I was leading this project, and you can add something like that.
Gotcha.
Yep. Man, I'm gonna ask you a question now. Let's see. I'll ask you.
Okay.
Question for me, to you actually. Do you work better with yourself, or do you work better with a team, and why?
I work better as a team because, like I mentioned before, with my whole sports background, I like the morale being with other people. I like helping. Say, for example, I got a assigned project and I'm done. I like to go help others, as a team, make sure that everybody's on check, or everybody's up to page, everybody's up to par. I like to also work in a team because just being in a team, that's pretty much all I know as far as my background. And that's pretty much why I like working in the team.
Okay. All right. Steven?
Team so much whenever
James,
answering that question.
can you walk me through a process of how you would explain a complex topic to someone who was unfamiliar with that topic that you're trying to explain it to in a IT world?
Break it down. Sorry, just to expand and make sure I understand.
Okay.
Are you saying how can you break down a technological aspect to somebody who was non-familiar or non-technical?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, so how I would break down a technical technical aspect of anything technological for non-technical users is I try to, well, if I had some paper, if I had some paper around and a pen, I would draw it out for them. But if not, I try to illustrate it by tying in as is.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's just say if I call you up and, so James, you know, I can't get on the internet. And as we're chatting along there, I said, you know, I'm like, why can't I get on the internet? Like, what is going on there? Like, how would you dumb that down for me where I didn't know about anything? I'm just at home. I'm like, I don't know why I can't get on the internet. How would you break it down to the customer going, okay, this is what we need to do without getting all too geeky? Really,
it would be
person.
Okay. Breaking that down to the customer, the reason why the internet is working. So I say, Stephen, I'm talking to you. You are the non-technical user. Stephen, so the reason why your internet's not working is because there's this router, right? And it's this little machine, this little device that's able to reach out to the internet people. Those internet people, they relay back and forth about the internet. They're giving you that internet, right? It's your internet service provider. Let's say it's Cox. Cox gives you that internet through that little device, which is a router, which comes down into you giving you internet.
Okay.
So that device is, for some odd reason, it's broken. So they can't communicate to Cox cable giving you that internet. So I have to go in and see what's going on in that device. And once that signal, or say the signal is broken, I would have to fix that signal. So that signal from that device can talk to Cox cable to give you that internet.
Okay. Well, I'm sitting here at home, and how are you going to do that over the phone here? Isn't that going to be kind of difficult? Like, do I have to do something here with this box that's sitting in front of me? Like, can I help you out with that at all? Can you explain what I can do here, maybe to help you out to get to this point where we can get back on to something?
Yeah, so I can go ahead and guide you through. Okay. So if you know where your internet is already at, that little device, it has a little blinking modules on it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually see that over. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So if you go to that device and you look behind, I want you to go ahead and unplug it from this power source and then count to 15.
Okay.
Plug it back in.
Okay.
Give it about 5 to 10 minutes for it to come back. All the blinking lights are going to come back on. Okay. And then from there, go back onto your device or your computer and go ahead and go to a web page and see if it works.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I should be able to do that. I mean, my girlfriend told me that I could do it. So, I mean, I guess I can do it since she's not here. I think I can do that without interrupting anything else. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right.
Steven, is there anything else that I can help you with while I'm here?
No, you know, that actually worked. So I think I'm back on the internet, and I think you did a great job there. Well, thank you very much for your help.
No worries. Thank you, Stephen. You have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're up next, Kev.
Good job. Afa.
How do you deal with conflict at work?
How I deal with conflict at work. I try to deal with it as professional as possible. Try to not let the nasty things affect the business operations, not make sure that anything does get apprehended. Say, for example, what I think Kevin asked, or Stephen, forgive me, about how do you deal with rude people. Again, I would go ahead and if I knew that conflict, I would go and address it to the source. I would go ahead again, pull that individual to a side, hopefully outside of business operations, and just have an adult conversation about it, air it out, see where each other are at, he or she is at with me, and just try to resolve it and be professional as possible about it.
What if the other person is not? What if, by the way, my question is in regards to teammates. What if the person is not as understanding or open-minded as resolving it as you are? What if they're like headstrong or like super rude about it? They don't want to come to like middle ground with you.
Well, if they don't want to come to me specifically, I would try to ask the team, with that person being, just not to have that person being around. I would ask the team about, let's say, sorry, Stephen, let's say I ask the team about Steven. Say, what's going on with Steven? He doesn't want to come to me. Just try to give him that opportunity. Try to give him that opportunity to address what's going on. Try to get that feed from my teammates. And then just like, hey, it's fine. Okay, understand. As soon as I have that, gather that intel from them, at least I can tell the teams like, hey, you know what? I know I'm open and ready for whenever Steven wants to come around, and try to address that problem with the team so that team can go down to Steven. If they don't want to come to me to address it or help Steven with whatever's going on with me.
I'll send you an email.
Great.
Passive aggressive, Stephen.
So,
That's a good answer.
Kevin?
what I would say is, first of all, good answer. But what is a weakness that you have, and how do you plan to address it to maybe work on that weakness?
Let's see. So, Kevin, I'm sorry, can you repeat it one more time? I know it's about the weakness, but just wanted to hear it one more time, please.
Yeah. So what is a weakness that you have, and what do you have planned to work on that weakness to improve on that?
Addressing one of my weaknesses, just to be open and honest about it with myself. I would go ahead and work on it, and maybe reach out for help for other IT professionals. A weakness that I have would probably have to be, my weakness, like I mentioned before, trying to help everybody as much as I can. So probably have to say being a perfectionist. I want everything to be perfect. I want everything to be, resolved the first time as much as I can. And I know that I can bite off more than I can chew at times. So I have to be open and honest with myself and to work on that, not only outside, but maybe I could reach out to my colleagues, or I could reach out to, the important people in my life to see what their opinions are and how I can help address that.
Okay, so follow up to that. So essentially, what I'm understanding is time management is your weakness. So we have a lot of projects sometimes here that come in, and we need to be able to manage those projects effectively. So in the context of this company, who would you think you would best be able to go to for advice on that?
I would go to my boss about it. I go straight to my boss. Just like, hey, I have a problem, or I don't have a problem, but time management is my weakness. It's like, hey, sir or miss, time management is my weakness. I have a bunch of projects flooded on my desk, and my time isn't used correctly. Is there a way that you and I, or any opinions from you, that I can go ahead and address this weakness?
Yeah, that's good. I just something new. I just thought.
Thank you.
Danish?
Yeah, same from the real interview. So the questions that I'm picking just is the people that actually had the same, share the same questions in our Discord community. So this one is, tell me when you felt you are not good at certain tasks, and to make it a little, more detailed is that, let's say you were working on a issue, and then you felt like you just don't know how would you go about that type of situation?
Are you saying if I had a task and I didn't know how to go about it, who would I go to?
Like you just basically you took on it, but now you don't know how to actually perform something, or you don't know how to fix that task because sometimes we get a call, right? We pick up a call and boom, there's a issue going on, and now how would you kind of process that?
Okay. Could the issue be from anywhere? It's like from
anywhere? Yeah. I just want to know your thinking around it.
Let's say, for example, a user calls in, and like what you're saying, user calls in and I have no idea to address it. First thing that I would do is to go ahead and first thing I would do is how resourceful can I be about this issue? So let's say, for example, this issue has been in the ticket queue. Go ahead and check the ticketing system. I would check the knowledge base. And then also, Google's your best friend. So utilize Google, see if I can address it as fast as I can. And if not, if I tried everything that I can in my ability to try my best to resolve that issue and I couldn't, I would go ahead and escalate it.
Okay. That's a good question. That definitely, because you added that I'm gonna bring other people in. Maybe you should use some terms like I will like consult with my team members, because in the same group we have other help desks that are going to be, so maybe the escalating, they may think that you just gave up on that task and you just gave it to a person who is a level 2 or something like that. What if this was something level 1? So maybe you can start with that route of like, I will research myself like on Google, use my KB, and then if all of these options I really can't do it, I won't spend too much time on it. I will actually ask my coworkers, because I know they have been through this stuff. So this way I can get this resolved quickly, and then later on I will actually research on that again just to make sure it doesn't happen again. So now you're telling a person who's taking the interview that first I know how to kind of go around this, and then next time I want to make it better, right? So you're putting that positive, you're ending that with a positive note, right? So that's
Gotcha.
something maybe you should make a good sentence around that and just give that in one shot.
Okay, thank you.
James, you ready? Ask you a question.
Yep.
Why did you choose IT, and what technology do you like the most?
The reason why I chose IT is because growing up as a single child, I didn't have siblings. So technology, for example, 2 video game consoles was the closest I had to having siblings. So from there actually stemmed into getting into how things work, how technology works, how people were able to build these consoles or build any type of technology such as a computer, or how things are able to work technological wise. So, and that's what brings me into technology, or the IT in general, which, still trying to find my way. And then as soon as I got into college, I had a cybersecurity course, which really opened my eyes to me go ahead and diving into the realm of cybersecurity as far as finding vulnerabilities, testing or pen testing, XYZ and other. So that's what led me to get into IT.
Got it. And what's your technology? What's your thing that you like to do the most or use the most in IT?
As of right now, the thing I like using the most, as what I have under my belt, is practicing the virtual labs with VMware Workstation 16, configuring servers, connecting them to the domain controllers, troubleshooting other PCs. Those are pretty much the technologies that I like working with as of right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, good. I like your answer. I'm just asking you generic questions.
Sorry, I couldn't expand on it. It was just what can I, from just speaking from my experience, what have I worked on thus far? I didn't want to go and far-fetched knowing that I didn't work with it.
And I told Danish, actually I told everyone, even Danish, when you weren't here before, but I said some of these questions they ask you is just to get familiarized with the person to see if they fit well with the company. So that's why it becomes more of a conversation question than just a generic question in some of these companies.
How many times we got a success story that a person will come and say, hey, I just got a job because of the soft skills question. They didn't ask me a technical question. Sometimes companies just looking for that positive attitude, because attitude is big in this, especially in this career, because you're dealing with users and they are frustrated, and for some companies you're the first person in line for products. So no company would want anyone to be aggressive, a person to be very aggressive or say something that a client can get mad or stuff like that. And for staff members, they'll also be having issues. So that is extremely important to have that attitude, to basically say, do things more professionally and have that energy. You're showing a great example, to be honest. I mean, all of your answers, I can't find, I cannot say that your answers are bad over here. You can only fix it, but all of your answers are pretty good, actually.
I was hoping I was hoping there wasn't any printer questions coming through. So
no, that's in hot seat. Remember,
this is
if you pass this, you're gonna be going to hot seat. If you fail,
this is soft skill. Yeah, these are soft skill questions. So this is to see your personality, how you think, and if you fit well with the company. So that's why I'm asking you. I'm not asking you real technical questions because today is just soft skills only.
Yeah.
Then
So
next week is technical questions again.
If somebody's new and they're watching us right now, we have two models of interviews going on. Right, Kevtech is doing soft skills. I'm doing the hot seat, which is technical skills. So for people who are lacking in the technical side, they should watch that. For people who are lacking in the soft skills, they should watch the whole list Kevtech have in this channel.
Mm-hmm. We jump back and forth to different things. So
cool.
Aaron actually had a question in the chat for him. Said, who is a leader in the tech field that you look up to?
Did you forget to put? Can I put an S on the leader part, like leaders?
I guess Aaron would have to. I guess it would be fine. Yeah.
Okay. The leaders who are looking up into the tech field is pretty much the people who I'm looking at right now. Kevtech, Steven's IT Essentials, Donna's Job Skills Share, my interns that are in Discord right now. Aside from that, other leaders I looking up to is Zach Hill, with everything he's put me on to leading up to these guys. Great for him. Also, I like to look up cyber. Well, I'm gonna go into cyber just a little bit. So the cyber part who I'm looking up to is I think is Stephen House. I think it was. If I had that name correctly. Aside from that, Naomi Buckwater, who was in the cyber realm as well. So those are leaders that I look up to.
For some reason, when he says leader us, then I feel like no, I don't know. For some reason, I was like, that's not a good answer. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
There's just so many leaders that I had.
I think this is more of we never consider ourselves leaders over here, neither even mentors. Yeah. We're just kind of like, you learn from us, we learn from you. Mm-hmm. Very community type of thing.
And we build on that.
But there are certain leaders that are well known. So maybe I would add someone that it's very well known in the community, like people know them. Is there any names that you guys would use? I would say Professor Messer. One of them.
Oh, gotcha.
Like I would say when I started my career, I was actually watching his videos, asking him questions and everything. Long when he started. And there are other few that I think maybe you should add one name that is well known in the whole, broader community. So, but it's not bad. You can use whatever this is your generic answer. You don't want to lie things, right? You don't want to just make up names.
Yeah, make up names.
But maybe look around these people. They're actually pretty good. Just for information tips, like Professor Messer. What's his name? Keith. There's another one, networking. Chuck is pretty good too.
Yeah, Chuck. Yeah.
The other thing is like, this is where your research skills can come in handy, because if you do research, right, you'll probably find their LinkedIn for the person who's interviewing you, and then you'll probably see their connections, and you'll be like, oh yeah, XYZ person, that they also connect with, or something like that.
So
you want to name some big name people during this, like you want to name like Ray O'Farrell, who is like the CTO of VMware. That's the kind of names you want to be throwing out during this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I follow this guy on Twitter. You want to name some big names on these kind of questions. That's what I was.
Because not a lot of people are going to know. So if you say Danish, like who's Danish, right?
Never even heard of him. I don't know.
So it's more like, definitely you can come down to it more specifically than that answer. Like start with the big names because they know that you're not going to be, they're not your friends or anything, right? So everybody's okay. That's generic. Everybody's going to be following, let's say, Ellen or somebody like that, right? Then you want to come down to and then I follow some other people that are doing this type of stuff. That's why I love to be a part of this community. So now you remember, it's always about how specific you can go with your own career now, right? So you want to always engage them, because just like we all think that you should put a big name, exactly like 50 people out there are thinking the same thing. So what's the unique about you now, right? That other people will not have. So many people will not know about Kevtech or Danish or anybody like that, and neither the job skill share community or the things that you do in this internship, which like you're working with servers, or you're just like in this really like hot seating, things like that. And people have used that in our interviews. People have done this. Hefe is actually our sitting example right now, that she got a job and she used these names in her tell me about yourself, and that really matters. That's the uniqueness about you. And now you're not just doing a generic thing now, right? But you always want to start with something that, okay, now I know. I like that you engage them. come back to the specific, put that unique spices in there. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. Perfect sense. Start with something big, well known, and then go ahead and follow up with something that's more specific. Hey, that's more relatable to my journey.
To your job, to your job role. You want to connect it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You want to be unique to yourself.
Yeah. Just like in tell me about yourself. One of the most important questions that I train people for is the first one is tell me about yourself. When you make that story in the beginning and it has those big names, and then you specifically target them doing internship. I do this, Active Directory, Office 365. Kevin mentioned those things, right? I call these in-demand hot skills, right? So when you touch those things, you're already engaging them now. You see the IT managers that's sitting over there, if that's the person sitting in that interview, they're already thinking, oh yeah, we are using Office 365. You see how you're connecting with a technical person, and if it's an HR person, the HR person also uses Office 365, Outlook, things like that, right? They're all familiar with these things, so you're also connecting with them. So you don't want to make it too broad and generic and then let it go, because then every single person is trained like that. Like anybody gets out of the college, they don't go through our platforms and things like that, right? So they would use anything that's in the blog outside in the market, like in the internet. The blog will tell you very broad of things, and the blog ends in what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's not a whole platform, right?
Yeah, you actually have an internship that you're doing, so you have a story to talk about. Turn it into a story.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it into a story, and then you actually talk about the technologies that you're using in that internship or in that platform, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And you start hitting those keywords, like especially when you go on a job interview. Like if you go into a job interview and they have 365, Active Directory, users and computers, stuff like that, you're doing that in the internship. So you could just talk about that while you're doing currently in the internship and mention that during the interview, and just throw that in there when answering that tell me about yourself question. Like, okay, so he actually knows about 365 and he actually knows about Active Directory. We definitely should hire him because he actually knows how to do it, since he worked on it before on this internship. So he should know what it is. So you want to just throw that in there for the manager or whoever you're talking to, because they love those words that you mentioned, like those. Like honestly, those keywords, they love those words.
And we also understand this is your first week, so you didn't know these, pointers yet, because those kind of things will come to you in some projects when we say, okay, this is your resume. Now let's defend it. That's going to come later on. But since you're on right now, maybe it's a good time to just kind of like think of internship a little bit more than using just your customer service experience, right? You want to now bring that on the top.
And I like your questions. I like the questions I want to ask, and I like his answers. Like he didn't hesitate to answer the question. So a lot of people, when you ask them a question, they like take like 2 seconds and think about it, and then they don't know how to answer it. But you immediately just like went into it and answered all the questions. So that's good. That means you're good with soft skills. That means you know how to answer the questions in soft skills. So that means I'm gonna have to go hard on you and do tech skills later on. Man. That's what that means. Not in this video, but obviously I'm gonna have to go hard on you and do tech questions with you, since you seem like you're good with interacting, because there's always a balance in the middle. You want to be in the middle. So there's always like someone's either good with tech or someone's either good with soft skills. So you're either one or the other. Sometimes we all have our weaknesses. So, and then what the manager does, they want to expose that weakness. So it does happen. So seems like you're good with soft skills. I don't know if you guys have any more questions you want to ask him. Anyone? Kevin? Ifa?
I feel like we got a lot of the.
Yeah, I think we knocked out pretty much of them.
I would say I would hire this guy, man.
Okay. If it was to hire him based on his soft skills performance, I think he did pretty great.
Yeah.
He did really well. And it's not gonna, obviously this is a shorter video or shorter live session because it's just regular interview soft skill questions. It's not technical. Although I start opening a bunch of stuff and make you do whatever, we're not doing that today.
So. My tip would be to go back to your part of two communities, maybe more than that. Go back to Kevtech Discord and look at the interview channel, questions. You have one, right, Kevtech?
Yes, sir.
And we have one too. Go back to that one because everybody that have actually been through all the real job, they have either landed or failed. They have shared their questions. So take out all the soft skills questions from let's say this after this video, and then prepare for the ones that you feel like, oh, this is a little tricky one. But the first one for you, specifically for you now, this may not imply for everybody else. Specifically for you, the tell me about yourself question has to be what Haifa is giving you. Why?
Gotcha.
Because you are doing internship and you're using a name also, like DME IT Solutions, everything, and you're using these names. You have to be very targeted there. And that story needs to be very strong. Like, you just, with the flow, you get the story. Because the way we are so proud, like not proud or so confident about it, because last batch was just a month ago. And out of what, 14 people, 5 already got the job. So, and they're using the same techniques. So it's more like you can make it better, but the frame is going to be what Haifa already gave you. It's very powerful stuff. And even I didn't have a good answer, to be honest with that. She came up with that answer. That's perfect. Let's just take it right there.
It's unique. It's unique to you since you're doing that. So you want to talk about your current experience. You don't want to talk about like football or anything in the past. Like, since you're doing this right now and you're doing the internship and you're doing that IT thing, those IT items or IT stuff, you want to talk about that now because you already have that. So you want to like Danish said, you want to use the internship to your advantage and actually, use that to ask, like answer questions based on that when they ask you about that, because you're doing a lot in that in just 1 week, obviously. So then, next week and then the following week and the following, you start asking, then you start like the food channel, you start putting your spices in there and you start adding the 365 and all this other good stuff, and you start talking about that after you do a few more weeks, and then you have more of a confident answer when you actually go in and do the job interview by talking about these different technologies, if that makes sense. So
it does.
The input from my side would be, other than what the gentleman just said, it would be, I wish that you added more technology into the things that you were saying, just like they just said, but not just tell me about yourself. You're grabbing someone's attention. The tell me about yourself is the first paragraph of any book or whatever it is that you're reading, right? If you're not going to grab their attention in that first paragraph, forget the rest.
Yeah, right.
But I'm talking about like the rest of the answers too. Try to throw in, this is what I found helped for me, but when I was answering questions, even when they were soft skills in interviews, I always included, if I could, even if it was a little sentence about like, oh yeah, like it was really frustrating to like learn this I didn't say that, but like, oh, it was very difficult to learn this technology, but I was able to blah, 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 learn it. So like you give them like, you flip the answer into not only a soft skill, but also like
what we're doing right now with the internship, to develop that story of your lessons in that internship, and have develop from those lessons, you develop that story, and then that way you get to engage with the IT manager per se. So like what Kev said, Office 365, Active Directory, stuff like that. So it's like, okay, cool. Now I'm telling my story. I'm also letting you know about the technologies that you might be using today to help engage and open up for conversation.
Exactly.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You guys have any more questions, or we're good?
Yeah,
wait, I had one more question. Are we not doing more questions?
Yeah.
Can I do my one last question?
Yeah, one last question.
I can.
Yep.
So I think it was Diaz that asked you earlier about, or it might have been Stephen, sorry, gentlemen, I forgot. But they asked you about your weakness, and you said it was time management. I think it was Diaz. My question is, how do you handle things when you are overwhelmed? So now we know that your weakness is time management, or the thing that you should work on more is time management. How do you, let's say like it's your second day on the job, you haven't had time to work on this specific trait or specific skill that you need to like, sorry, I forgot all my English. Anyway, how would you deal with like the people around you? Do you get frustrated? Do you try to like, what are your skills to try to calm yourself down and like work through being overwhelmed?
With anything in general? Hello, can you hear me?
No, sorry. No, sorry. I muted myself. No, on the job specifically.
On the job, if I'm overwhelmed on the
So
job.
so let's say you have the phone is ringing, and this happens sometimes in real life. The phone is ringing nonstop. Your coworkers are just as busy as you are, and you're getting tickets left and right, and people are pinging you on Skype. I had a day like that this week. How do you manage yourself? You don't have the choice to like manage your time, right? How do you manage yourself, or like how do you deal with that kind of situation, that kind of pressure?
How I would go about that situation if I'm overwhelmed with things flying left and right. I would start, well, first I'll just take a deep breath, slow down. And then once I'm, just get myself back up, I would go ahead and start addressing things that holds the highest priority. Say, for example, you got tickets that are in the queue, and then your coworkers are, well, I shouldn't say that. But how I go about it was I would start knocking things down that holds the highest priority and start working my way down the list.
Prioritize and execute. It's a good answer.
Thank you.
I agree. That's a great answer. My questions are done.
Edwin?
Yeah, I do have a question and I need your help. I had an interview and for she was asking me about the soft skill that when is this time for you? Do you think you should give up on your goals? When is it time for you to give up on your goals?
Is that for me or for the
whole, like I need help from that aspect, so everybody can.
Okay.
Right.
Edwin, my take on that is that depends on your passion. How far you're willing to travel to the ends of the earth to make sure that your goals are met. Everything stems from there. From my experience, I would make sure that I exhaust everything and make sure that this is the right thing for me before I start throwing it away. So I would look at myself in the mirror and just be like, hey, do I really want this? Answering that question to me at my core, do I really want this? And if you make up your mind, nothing is going to stop you from giving up on your goals.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same way. Like, and I would use it based on my personal experience, and because I can't give you an answer because of other people, because everyone has their own experiences. So my answer would be like, I will figure out a way to manage my time and actually do that goal that I'm trying to achieve, whether it's trying to get a certification or trying to get a certain position or something like that. I would figure out how to manage my time, because there's always a way. If you work a 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 job, there's always a way to manage your time. You just have to figure it out and actually make it work your way, to your favor, if that makes sense. So my answer would be something like that for somebody asking me that question. It's because it's all about time management. In reality, it's all about time management. Like me, I'm human, and me and Donish, we're human, and we're doing internships. I work a 8 to 5 job, and I have a YouTube channel, and I do other things on the side, and I have time to do everything. So if you don't have time to do what you're doing, then I don't know how you're managing your time. Everyone has their own schedule. You have to figure out how to manage your own time. So, Edwin, I'm not sure if that answers your question.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good answer.
Yeah, so
thank you very much. Yeah.
No problem. And also, Edwin, if I may add, there's going to be days where you're going to go through it and you're going to constantly ask yourself, I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I want it. Things may get too hard for you, or, whatever you got going on externally outside your goals. But again, you're going to go through those days. You're going to have your up days. You're going to have your down days. You just got to make sure you have your eyes on the prize all the way through to make sure that you meet that goal if your mind is made up.
Okay.
Yeah, so that answer for me would be like depending on your personal experience, because I can't answer that as for someone else because I don't know what experiences they have. That's my answer for that. I don't know if Donish wants to say anything, or Steven wants to say anything, or Kevin wants to say anything.
I don't know. My answer to that would be when they stick me 6 feet underground, that's when I'm done. Other than that, I keep pushing forward. Never let anybody ever tell you in life that your dreams are done. Never,
Right.
ever, ever. You're told at a very young age you can do anything in life as long as you put your mind to it, keep on striving, keep on doing what you're doing, and don't let that question ever intimidate you, because you can do anything you want in life if you put your mind to it, you work hard enough. Look at Donish, where he came from to where he is, Kevtech to where he is. It's pretty amazing stories. Anybody can do it. Haifa is the same way. Don't let anybody tell you that you can never ever do something in life, because that's a bunch of
nonsense. So if someone,
I agree with
if someone
Steven
tells you
says,
that,
anything.
when Steven says, look at Donish, I look at my pockets. I'm like, I don't have any money.
yeah, like you like for me, like my example, Yana shows everyone here knows my example. Like my example with me is I lost 45 pounds in 5 months in one shot like that in 5 months. And people tell me, oh, you're always going to be fat and overweight. No, it's possible. You just got to put your mind to it. So
yeah, I mean, if somebody asks you, I'm just gonna. That's all good answers right then. And I would do the same thing. But if somebody asks you goals related to me, let's say I'm just gonna change the question a little bit. Let's say about your specific career or IT.
Careers, yep.
Yeah, so maybe you should then give them like, okay, I'm a strong believer on something like doing something practical and steady goals. Like I will start something, manage it with my time, and then I'll start my labs. And so you want to be more, if they ask you anything like that, not like something too big. I mean, some people just, they may want to know your, like just the way you think, and those answers are best. But if somebody asks you specifically, so what's your goal about, starting a help desk job, and what are you going to do next 2 years? Then you should be giving them a little more, like a goal that you really want. Like, for example, you want to become a sysadmin. Then you will say, yeah, I will target some of the, the new certifications like AZ-104, and I will, I have my lab environment, and I will start, working on it on the side. And actually, I will be asking more questions from the engineers that I work with. So they feel like this person is here for a long term, right? You don't want to tell the person that I'm going to come over here and then I want to spend 15 years of help desk because I really love this, right? You don't want to give that kind of answer. If you want that, that's fine. You can be on the job and do that. But most of the people, majority of the people, when they start their careers, they expect you to grow in this career, not like,
be stuck in help desk.
Yeah, don't give them an answer that I will not go up. Always give that. There's two reasons for that. Once you get hired, you're breaking a wall for yourself right now. Like you're actually making it easy for yourself. So when you say something like this in future, after 6 months, it's easy for you to tell the manager that, is there any more like, advancement for me? Can you give me those type of courses? Because remember, like my goal was from the beginning to become a sysadmin. You see, that's very important for people to know this stuff, right? Your interview questions are not for you to just land a job. Your interview questions are for you to make a way for yourself moving up in that career. Never put yourself or try to be like, never kind of like, if you have an opportunity to say things like that in the beginning, then do that, because it's really going to help you. I have seen so many people not going to the managers because they have never, they have never started like that. So they feel scared. If I go there now, then the manager will react back or say something. So we have one perfect example. I think one of our friend in this community worked for almost 13 to 14 years. Probably Kev knows him too. And on LinkedIn, he just recently got a NOC level job, a very good advanced job.
Yeah.
So because when I started the conversation with him, that was his concern, that because most of the time this was not for many years, this was not a conversation. But when it started, they were not liking that, right? So nobody likes that at the end.
The company wants to see you grow. The manager wants to see you grow. Yes. He does not want, he's because then what happens is you get a different position, and then they can hire more help desk people, and then the flow goes up, you go up, and then they hire another help desk person, it goes back up again. So
always give them good goals that you really want in your future. Because to be honest, at the end, that's you. You need to be working there. Don't think that somebody's giving you a job, so you're just like, be thankful that, oh my God, they just gave me the job. Yeah, you can't do that. But it's you. You're working. You're putting all that.
Yeah,
effort.
it's you.
So
it's
have
all
that
you.
mentality.
You want to show people drive. Like for instance, Samer's in the chat is saying, but my understanding is that it's best to go into IT and figure out where to go from there. I want to grow for sure, but I have no idea where to go from there. You don't have to walk into like your first job and know that you want to be in cybersecurity, or you want to be a sysadmin. And hey, even if you did walk in thinking you wanted to go into cybersecurity, you can always change your mind. It's not set in stone, right? But you need to show the people that you're working with and the people that are interviewing you and the people who are your leads or your bosses or whatever, that you have drive, that you have passion, that you want to go initiative. Like you don't want to be that one person on the team that's just gonna just be there. You know what I mean? You need to like, I don't know what the word for this is, but
saying like initiative and being in the seat just for a paycheck.
Yeah, you don't want to be that person just sitting there, not improving. You're not going anywhere. You're staying there for 20 years doing the exact same thing with the exact same skills, with the exact same pay. No.
Yes. Exactly.
Hadi in the Zoom chat just said, or sorry, Hami. Hami just said, you need to show you are constantly working on continuing your self-education. That's absolutely true. Yep. You don't want to be, we call it in my culture, the dead leg. That doesn't make sense in English now that I say it out loud. So we're going to stop there. Moving on.
So someone asked, how would you answer the question if a supervisor gives you a task to do and you don't feel comfortable doing it? That's like an interview question.
I mean, in what way are you not comfortable doing it?
That was an interview question. It's like, Kevin, I was asked, what would you do when your supervisor gives you a task you don't like and tells you to do something that you're not comfortable with?
Are you not comfortable with it morally? Are you not comfortable with it religiously? Are you not comfortable with it physically? Like,
no, that was a question that someone was asking in a job interview.
Maybe,
I know.
Maybe we can make it technical, because if it's moral, you can straight up say that's something
against my religion.
That goes against my ethics, right? Of course, if a
like
manager tells you to do
job.
something immorally, you should. We will never recommend or say do the immoral things. But technically, let's just say technically.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding, because why wouldn't you be comfortable doing something technically? Like, well, it's not.
There are many situations. For example, I'm a manager, and then I say, "Hey, I think you need to write down, 50 KBs for our new, hires that are starting." Now, that's something a lot of people like. Something like that you feel like, oh man, this is like, come on, am I gonna sit here and do all this stuff? Like sit here and writing KBs now, right? So I think people want to know stuff like difficult task or something that is more known to us that I hate, or printers. Go and fix all these 50 printers, right? And then there's another tech sitting there and he's like, right, laughing. But anyways, how would you react to that?
Well,
I don't think that if it's in terms of, I have to think of the printer scenario, but if it's in terms of something being too difficult, I actually take that as like super positive, because I'm going to be, even if it's writing KBs, I'm going to be advancing skills that I have that I need in this field. So I would take that up and be like, okay, as long as like the deadline is like not like 50 KBs in 1 hour, then I'm going to sit there and I'm going to do my research. And then I'm going to ask, hey, would you mind, just because it's my first time doing this, I actually had to do this week. It was my first time updating a KB. Would you mind if I just send it to you? Because I don't want to upload it for the team members to see if there are mistakes in it. So people will usually like.
I'll give you my own example. So what would happen back in the days, something that would happen, and then you need to do all staff email, right? We all did that, right? And anybody who worked and helped us, you at some point send an email to all staff to tell them that, okay, don't click on this email, this is a spam, or this is this, or this thing will be down, blah, blah, blah. Me coming from, different country in the beginning, still now I'm struggling with my own grammar in English, because that's not my language, right? I speak different languages. So my problem is that, okay, I got this job and I was the first person in line. I am technically pretty good with their stuff. I don't know about other stuff, but in that company, I'm good. I know this stuff, right? So I can fix things very quickly. I can, do the conversation, blah, blah, blah. That's technical stuff. I can just quickly do it. But writing this long email, this is going to go, who's going to see this? CEOs, CIOs, all these type of people. So I went to my manager. I'm like, I have a weakness. And she was like, yes, I know. So what do you want me to do? I'm like, okay, 2 things I'm requesting over here. 1, I want to be comfortable telling my coworker to proofread my email. Is that something I can do? I did not send it directly to the coworker to proofread it for me, because coworker and me are at the same level. So he may, oh, what the hell, dude? Don't I have a work, right? So now I approach manager. So the manager didn't say to go send it to the coworker. She said send it to me, right? Because she was mindful of that person's time too. And then I was like, can I get Grammarly, like a little add-on? By the way, this is no promotion. I'm not getting paid by Grammarly. So she's like, fine, you can install that add-on. And now, of course, with time, it got better, right? But that is something, if you feel like you can't do certain things and that's going to be always a problem for you, you're not going to be taking risk again and again and going and writing paragraphs on your own. And then if you have a problem in that area, you're just going to be keep sending it out, because the impact will be bigger, right? Mm-hmm. People are going to come back and they're like, well, who's sending these emails, right? So just convert that into anything that's difficult for you, like, internally, mentally, whatever that is in your area, that you want to be involving other people that are in charge of you at that point. Managers are I would say the first point right there. Then have a good communication with your core team members, because these are we work with them daily, every day. They're like our friends then, right? We work with them, we eat with them. So at some point they will know your weakness. So it's better to have that connection with the coworkers, so then they can help you out and then you get better. So you never want to then you abuse that, right? So for example, I could have abused it, right? I would send every email to my manager. At some point she's like, what the hell are you doing, right? So I got better. And of course, at some point I feel like I am at least better to send an email to, let's say, but I'm not working there now at that point, but at this point I can easily do certain things like that. And that's normal, right? Because I'm not an English speaker here, right? So I can only get better, but that doesn't mean I'm going to use this excuse to not do my own work. I got to still go and fix it, right?
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Yep.
I've been put in a lot of situations over the past 3-4 years where I completely uncomfortable. I don't really know what to do. I'm not 100% fluent in whatever they want me to do, and I just say, well, I let them know up front, I'm not the best person, that I'm not the greatest at this thing, but I'm going to attempt it. And I let them know up front, and I attempt it. And usually, even if I'm uncomfortable with it, eventually I get to a point where I'm able to do it and I'm able to complete the task. And I've been able to do that over many times, and it's made me a better, smarter technician and programmer and everything. It's something you just have to evaluate and see, is this going to be too much? Is it like 3 weeks to learn? Let's say it's a project, set up a Linux server, and you have 2 weeks to do it, and you've never touched Linux in your life. Probably not a good idea to do, but like, it's something that maybe that's something that maybe you know about the technology, Windows Server or something, but you've never done this thing, but you know that you can maybe do a 2 or 3 hour lab and read up a couple of articles and figure it out. Maybe you should, even if you're not comfortable with it, you should probably take a shot and try it, because it'll only make you better.
Yeah, exactly. There's someone was asking Chad that question. It's a good question.
I agree with that.
It's a good question. That wasn't me. Like I had to set up 50 laptops remotely and finish it in a month. And we're working from home right now, and they told me, "Can you do this for everyone?" And I'm like, "I could do this, but I'm gonna need help." I asked for help. I'm not if I can't do it by myself, I'm gonna ask for help. So I asked for help, and I had people work together with me, and then we set everyone up. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone and actually do something different, because it's a learning experience.
So there's a 50% off for Grammarly if you want to contact us.
All right, so
enter code Chai Coffee.
Chai Coffee, yeah. My code is Kevtech Coffee. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
Let me stop. All right, James, you did good. You did really well today with your interviews.
Thank you.
I'm actually gonna do something different. So I'm gonna turn it around now, and so you guys don't know, I hit 10,000 subscribers. So I'm gonna do a giveaway. So I'm doing a giveaway today. So on this live session, I'm doing a giveaway. So let's do that now real quick, and then we'll go back to questions if anyone wants to ask the question. But before I do the giveaway, I want to tell James, you did a really good job in the interview today. You did
Thank you,
exceedingly
thank you.
well. You exceeded my expectations as far as someone that's doing soft skill questions, because those questions are hard. Like it might be easy for you, but some people it's hard for them. So, and before I even say anything else, I want to know if Steven or Donish or Kevin or Haifa wants to say anything about the interviews that he did today and how he did and stuff like that before we start doing anything else.
I gave you constructive criticism. I mean, I gave you like the negative, not negative, but like what I think you should work on. I also want to give you something positive. I really liked your confidence in answering your questions. You really present yourself well. You speak very well. You're very eloquent. That's a word for men too, right? Eloquent. Anyway, so very eloquent, hey, English is not my first language. Very eloquent. I think you're going to rock any interview you go into.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Steven?
Yeah, I thought you answered the questions really good. I like your football analogies, even though maybe some of the people did not in the room. I kind of like that because I'm into football too, by the way. So I kind of like that little team thing. I kind of use that a lot at work too, as far as being a team player and all that stuff. That's what I do. When I talk to people non-technical, kind of make it that way. People don't like it, then I change baseball or something like that, whatever. But yeah, I kind of like the way you answer the questions. I think you're going to do real well. And once you go through the internship and you get your skills up, you're probably going to do just as good as Haifa, or maybe even better.
Thank you, Steven, so much. Thank you for that.
Donish? What do you think? How do you think he did today?
I mean, for me, pass, definitely, if you fix those little pointers, that hot terms in there, what we mentioned, if you do that, I think this is perfect. Your flow is great. You got a lot of confidence, which is pretty good. You're calm. You're not like rushing through things. I really like that. And I have seen the other side of yours too, the technical side, and you're also doing extremely well. So if you keep doing that and you do well in the hot seat, I don't see why you can't, it's like you're there. You may even get there before you in our internship. So who knows?
Yeah, anything's possible.
Right.
Kevin?
Captain of the football team.
What do you think, Kevin?
Well, it's like I said before, you did a great job, and like everybody else said before, you're really confident in your answers. That's, I think, super important. It's one of those things that really helps to convince the person that that what you're talking about, your experience, your maturity. You're not just playing around. You can interact with customers. I can tell by the way that you talk that you have experience with customer service, and that you would do really well in any kind of help desk position. I would hire you if this was a real job interview.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
All right. So for this one, it's going to be a little different. So for this one, I need to know the names of the people, and I'm going to put them in a little spin wheel like before. So
does James have anything to say? Or
before I even do anything? Yeah, James, do you have any other things you want to talk about, or maybe later on? Or
probably more than like it's going to be later on, but as right now, thank you guys so much for your constructive criticism. And for anybody that's out there looking at this, always be willing to accept constructive criticism as a positive, not a negative. How I look at it is, people are just shedding light on your weakness, and that way that you can go ahead and turn around and bring that up. So don't shy away from getting out of your comfort zone. Don't shy away from constructive criticism. Take everything as a positive. Take everything as a learning opportunity. It's a learning curve. Other than that, I thank you guys for bringing me on. Kev, Steven, Donish, Kevin Diaz, Haifa, Hammy, and everybody else that I can't see on front of my bar right now. But thank you guys so much for having me here, and congrats, Kevin, on your 10 grand.
And last one, what would you give a message to people who are a little shy coming to these mock interviews or hot seat? What would you give them a message now since you have experienced it?
Well, I know everybody is different in how they learn and how they approach things. And if you are shy, try to take a step. Just try to take a step towards getting out of your comfort zone. No matter how big, how small, you got to, evolve at some point, and just try to get comfortable being uncomfortable for those that are out there. And if you are uncomfortable, ask for help. Just like everybody else here, all the IT professionals that are in this chat or around the world that are looking at this on YouTube, ask for help. Don't be ashamed to ask for help, because you know what? You're shooting yourself in the foot, and you're not going to progress, and you're not going to get to where you want to be. Edwin, I know about your goals. Again, everybody, depending on how bad do you want it? If you really want it, go grab it. But in order to get there, you have to take that first step forward. So with Stephen, tying in your comments and thoughts, don't let anybody tell you can't do it. You are in the driver's seat of your life. And if you really want it, go grab it and take that first step going forward.
Anyone else wants to add anything? I'm just putting the names in right now.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm. For me, you did really well today. So I can't say anything. Now I'm a little worried about your tech skills though, but we'll do that next week and we'll see how you do with the tech skills, and we'll go based on that. And I will.
Can we be a part of the the winning thing?
The giveaway.
Even
admin's not allowed.
And put that in like 5 times or something like that.
Kevtech, next weekend you're going to do another tech interview?
Yes. So next week is going to be straight up tech questions, and we're going to do just tech questions. It's not going to be soft skill questions.
Okay, and then the weekend after?
Soft skill questions again, probably.
Okay.
Yep.
So for everyone on YouTube, if you haven't already, Kevin doesn't pay me for this, but he should in pizza. Join the Discord. Join the Discord channels so you can be a part of these next time. Also, if you want to be on the Zoom for whatever comes next, like even in the future for A+ reviews or whatever, you should be a part of the Discord. And because it's an awesome community. Okay, bye.
Yeah, so I'm just adding all the people on the list. You have to be part of Discord, otherwise I can't put you here. So you have to be part of Discord.
Where is that in Discord? Is it like an open chat?
Yeah. I went to there's a slot called giveaway, and everyone is in that. Okay, everyone is in that. Everyone typed put me in. So, but you have to be part of Discord. I can't give it to someone here on YouTube that's in chat box that's not part of Discord. You have to be part of Discord. So, and I think the Discord link got sent like 100 times in chat box. So anyone that wants to be part of it.
Send it one more time?
Yeah, send it one more time. Anyone that wants to be part of it.
Yeah. So do you want me to explain the giveaway from our end?
Yes, please.
So we're giving away. It's 3 winners, right?
Yes, 3 winners.
Yeah. So 3 winners will get a JobSkillshare membership, which lets you access all 5,000 videos, 100+ labs from a partner. Not labs, sorry. 100+ video courses from a partner. These are fully blown courses. So that's about, let's say, JobSkillshare courses, 1 year access to 100+ certification focused courses. And once somebody gets this membership, JobSkillshare content stays for lifetime. That does not get expired. So that's what we're going to do for these 3 people.
Kevin, what are you giving away?
So I am giving away a free blender and a printer because I love you guys so much. And I know you guys love printers so much that I have to give you a printer. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not giving you a printer. I'm actually giving away. So we're gonna do first prize, second, and then third. So the first prize, obviously the first prize is since you don't. It depends on the person because I am gonna give out the A+. So what do I mean by that? I am gonna actually pay for your voucher for the A+. I'm paying for the 1001 and the 1002, both of them, paying them on front, and I'll give you the voucher, and you could just go ahead and take the A+ exam. And that's combined with JobSkillshare.
Here's a cool thing. When he gives you that voucher, JobSkillshare have a full lab a video course for labs. So this means the labs that people are actually performing in the premium membership, you get to watch the same skills for A+. So that's number 1, technical skills you're learning for A+. Second is when we give you that access to the other partner, the 100+ courses, they have a full-blown course on A+. So now you got a course, theory, practical demos in that course. You got this practical lab video course, and now you got this Kevtech. So I think you got a complete package right there.
Yeah. So
and to join the giveaway, you have to join Discord. And where do you have to put your name?
There's a name. There's a folder. Oh, there's a channel called giveaway.
Okay.
It's channel giveaway, and everyone's actually typing in there as I'm doing it.
Okay. We'll give them
Isn't that like
Two more
$600?
minutes?
Yeah, I'm waiting a few more minutes. Give me a few more minutes. Yep. I'm waiting for people to join Discord, and you have to be part of it. And just yeah. So it's CompTIA A plus. First prize is A plus 1001 1002. I'm paying for that, so you can go ahead and take the exam. And then it's cool because we put a spin to it because Danish has the courses for it, so you can go ahead and take the exam. So that's prize one. Prize two is $100 gift card to Amazon, and then prize three is same thing. It's $50 only Amazon gift card. So it's 3 prizes plus Danish's prizes combined together.
All right, let me add one more spice in there. So the prize one, will get 7 days access to the intern servers. They know the power of these servers and they're using it. I think James is a part of it. They will get a 7 days access straight to the vSphere that has interns are doing the same thing right now. We're going to give that first person 7 days access. So now if you have all these learning, you can go back to the vSphere and you can play around with virtual machine servers in a full-blown virtual environment. You got a whole server, 7 days.
Yep, I got a lot of people here, man. Woo!
It'll be fun,
going.
Right?
Yeah, it keeps going. It keeps going. I'm adding more people right now. So let's see. We're almost done.
Let me add another thing. We'll put a one big house. Just kidding.
Yeah,
one bag of coffee.
Who's sending me pizza?
What if you guys made a chai company?
It's global Kaizen. So like I'm pretty sure Danish, you could log into it, right? Doesn't matter what country you're from and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's web-based. So you can log, just like you could come to the interns batch in our channel and look how interns are accessing these servers. So it's a web-based. You log into the website and boom, you got a vSphere with I believe the current servers are 16 GB RAM with you will have enough to play around with multiple servers and clients in that same server. So you got that practical 7 days. And the best thing you can do with that is just look at the interns, tasks, just copy those tasks, do the same thing what interns are doing for 7 days, utilize it.
Yep. I'm adding you right now. I added you Brown Knight. I added you just now. Brown Knight. Let's see. And people are joining right now. Just give me a second. And you guys for people that are new to my Discord, I do things that are not on YouTube, by the way. They do things that we do things outside of YouTube. So like sometimes I go over ticketing systems, sometimes I go over 365, sometimes I go over Outlook, Word, Excel, sometimes I go over like customer service stuff, IT stuff. We may go over like Active Directory servers and stuff. So I go over a bunch of different things, but I usually do that on Discord. You won't see me do that on YouTube. And like I will literally sit with you and go over it. Like if you're uncomfortable with like Server 2016 and all that good stuff, we go over it and we try to make it as simple as possible. Because some people are not a tech savvy. So if you want to be part of it, obviously you could join. Amy, I added you already.
Imagine after a winner is announced and they go to JobsCashare and it's not working anymore.
I added you, Bond. Yeah. I added you. Trinity, I added you already. I know you're asking me. I added you. You're all the way up here. It's like a bunch of people here on my list. So yeah, let's see. Anyone else is joining? Almost done. Sorry guys. I'm getting. Are
you gonna run the wheel on the screen?
I am. Okay. I'm adding names as people keep putting their names here. So just bear with me. So let's see. Anyone else? Okay, I think that's everyone. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone.
Yes, you have to be right. Just to be clear.
Yes, stop asking me. You messaged me like 10 times already. Please stop asking me. All right. So it seems like we got everyone now.
So maybe before spitting, if you can show the screen and give people like a minute or two to just look at if they're missing from that.
Yep. A lot of people. The list keeps going.
There are some messages that are coming hidden in the chat. So there's Joby. I'm just gonna say show. There you go. In the YouTube chat, you see it? You see that? Zahid Ahmed.
Yep.
Wink.
Yep. I got it. I'm adding it based on Discord. You have to type on Discord.
Oh, so they have to do the Discord. I totally forgot.
Yeah,
Guys, you gotta
yeah.
be in the Discord. So where's the link? This Kevtech link.
Yeah.
Can somebody post that?
If I put it already a couple of times, you can put
there.
it again.
So guys, the people who are putting a chat in the YouTube, make sure you are a part of a Discord, his Discord community. So click on that, join in. Oh wow, there's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, I know. I keep adding to it. Yeah, so
that lag.
It's a lot of people. Look at this. Whoop. So.
Oh, because they also submitted this a while ago. I guess that's why.
Yeah.
I got
exactly.
It. I was like, whoa, Kev, you're fast here. You just added all these people like in 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, I added people in there. So. Yep. So, I'll do something more. So besides the, let me see. Only I added you already. Sebastian, I added you already. Added you. Please stop trying to call me. I added you already. All right. So besides giving the A+ to you guys to the person that's first prize, I actually will do a one-on-one training with you. There we go. I add that to it. So the person that's first prize, I'll do a one-on-one training with you. So on top of buying the A+, I'll do a one-on-one training with you and work on your resume and also work on your tech skills and work on a little bit of everything on top of that. So you gotta be part of Discord though. So
you want to go to work for me on Monday? You want to go to work for me on Monday?
No.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, so that's you're there already.
Wait, I think you spelled Steven wrong in there. I think I don't see Steve.
No, you're not part of it. Come on now.
I don't see Haifa either, number 2 in there. I don't see that at all either.
Yeah.
What's going on? Astonish's name too. You kind of missing some people there. Kevin Diaz.
Why would I do a one-on-one with Donish? That makes no sense.
You're not, stand here.
I need to learn a lot of things, man. What are you talking about?
I'll train you on printers if you like.
Yeah.
I was a printer technician, so I'll train you on that if you like.
I'm outdated on the help desk stuff right now.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
do you mind showing them where on Discord to put their name? Because I think people.
It's right over here. It's called giveaway.
So that's the Discord channel, and then you go, or so that's the Discord server, and then you go to that little channel at the bottom where it says giveaway.
Yep, giveaway.
And you put your name in there.
Yep.
Hi, Sammy.
Yeah, you gotta be part of Discord though. I'm not gonna give it to you. You're not part of Discord. So, all right. I think is that everyone? Let's see. It's still going actually. Look how many people I have. That's a lot of people. Oh my goodness. It's funny because all the other people just showing up out of nowhere. You know, feels like Black Friday.
Yeah, Zach shared the link for the live.
Yeah, so added you. People are still being added over here. Added you. Steve-O? Who's Steve-O? Steve-O? Okay, added you.
Totally not Steven.
Totally not Steven. Probably Steven in disguise. Has to be Steven in disguise.
I was gonna think about changing my name quick or something.
Probably Steven in disguise. Probably has to be. Added you already. Added you already. Your name's right there, man. Oh, look at all the people. Look how many people we have.
It's getting smaller and smaller, little pie pieces.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I see a lot of familiar names here.
Yeah, chances get less as you're spinning. Yep. So I added you already. You're added. So Donnie said he's giving out a printer for his prize. We talked about this already. So he's giving out a printer. So I'm giving out a blender, by the way. So if you want a blender, that's like the best blender in the world. Basically, you make your milkshakes and everything. I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna give you a blender. Imagine give you a blender.
I could do that. I can see
Damn, I was really expecting for that.
Yeah, no blenders today.
That's the only reason he entered the giveaway for a blender. Damn it.
Yep.
I'm here for a free pizza.
44 entries.
Yeah, it's getting smaller and smaller. You guys, its chances are going smaller and smaller for anyone that's, you know.
Oh.
What do you want to say? 355 cutoff?
Oh man, it's getting smaller and smaller by the seconds. Right over here.
We should have a cutoff time, Kev.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut out right now. Cutting out right now. I'm done. No more. That's it. No more. No more. It's closed now. Now it's closed. I'll add you. Chuck. Will, but that's it. No more.
Watch him win now.
I should watch him win. The last one win. All right, that's it. No more.
46 entries.
46 entries.
That's almost age right there.
Yep.
So is it going? Is it go 1 to 3 or 3 to 1?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
I first prize.
Oh, this is the first one.
Yes. First prize. You guys ready? It's gonna be fun.
This is the first one, right?
Yes. First prize.
Spin that wheel. 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 Come on, spin. Not spinning. There we go. Come on now.
Where's that eject button?
Round and round it goes. Where it's
Jeff.
Only Kevin knows. Whoa.
It's Jeff. I know who that
Jeff.
is.
Yeah, he's like, my name is Jeff.
Yeah. My name is.
Wow,
Name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
That's awesome.
All right, Jeff. You go ahead and see me after class. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so we would need his email and for stuff from our end.
Yeah.
So maybe he should send you a message for like name or email.
Yeah, DM him on Discord. Yeah.
Yep, I just did. Yep, the username Jeff won. Jeff, if you're there, I think he's not available right now. He won. So I'm gonna remove him.
Oh, he was a part of like a earlier.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna remove him, and then we're gonna do the next shuffle. You guys ready?
All right, let's go.
In the wheel. Dun, 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 dun.
Round and round she goes. First stuff. Nobody knows.
Shank!
Shank's the winner.
Yes.
Yay, Shank gets $100 Amazon gift
Shank
card.
won. And the course too.
Nice.
And the course too. Sorry, I forgot.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Afa's gonna kick in a pizza.
We got one more spin for today. See what happens.
Come on, there it goes. Dun, 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 dun.
Todd, okay?
Todd.
Awesome.
Todd won.
Congrats, everyone. This is awesome.
Congrats.
All right. So we got winner Todd. Third prize.
Is that it?
That's it. That's everyone for today.
All right, guys. I was just joking around. Just kidding.
Yeah.
He has it on tape, Donish.
Oh, yeah.
Can't back out.
So I think the people who are just won, make sure you guys send us your email. And if you're not already a part of the platform, then you need to register with that email that you're going to give us. So then we can change your membership and send you the information on how to access, certain things just to make it easy for you, because it's too much, right?
Yep. So yeah, all three people. Todd. Giveaway is now closed. Stay tuned for another giveaway. I will do another giveaway, by the way. This is just one of many. So that's...
Well, he's gonna reach 10K in like that, So
So
I have another big one.
Yep, exactly. So, anyone have any technical questions or anything before we wrap it up?
How many printers can you fix in the span of 5 minutes?
I'm not answering that question.
What's your favorite printer?
I'm sure Hafer.
No printer questions.
Brother printers are the best ones. They're the easiest.
No printer questions for today.
Yes. Level 2, Hafer.
Level
That's
2.
right, Stephen. Level 2.
Level 2.
Yeah. So, like I said, like email us. Let us know because I just put the list of the winners right now. So let us know. We're doing other things outside of YouTube, obviously. So obviously you gotta be in Discord if you want to be part of that. Just let us know. Like the link's gonna be in the chat box. So if you want to join, just click on it and join our Discord. Sometimes on Discord, sometimes Danish breakdances on Discord, but that's like really rare. You won't see it. It's Discord because it's not on YouTube. So you see it. He breaks dances on Discord.
Yeah, I seen it at like 2 a.m. Man, he just started
So
going
yeah,
crazy.
he starts dancing. So
Femi has
obviously,
a
if you want to be part of
question.
that, just
Who
just let
does?
us know.
Femi.
Of course he does. Come on, Femi. What do you have for
I
us?
like what's on your head there, Stephen.
Thank you.
Femi, where's Femi?
Femi is in the chat.
Just screenshot it. Screenshot it, Steven.
You can take it off. Oh, thank you.
All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. As I say, arigato or thank you in Japanese. For everyone that subscribes and follows me on YouTube, really appreciate it. Thank you, Danish. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Haifa. Thank you, everyone, for following me, watching my videos. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Let's see what happens. Maybe 10,000 subs more. I'll do another giveaway. And I love you guys. All right. We're gonna close this out. You guys have a good day. You guys stay safe. And watch the stream, and obviously
like the stream.
Like it, watch it.
Watch it.
Share it.
Watch it.
Share it.
Share it all your friends.
Have some coffee.
Grandpa.
Relax. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Frame it, whatever.
We'll be on Discord if anything. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys stay safe. With this whole pandemic thing, and I can't say the other words. I don't want to get in trouble by YouTube. So hope you guys stay safe. Hope you guys stay healthy. And more videos to come. And have a good day. Later. Peace. Bye.
Right,
closing it out.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
Take care. All right. Bye-bye.